Hello.
You gotta turn the song off, so we don't get. You gotta turn.
Hello.
Yeah, turn the song off so we don't get demonetized.
I did. Oh, I know what we could talk about. This is great.
What's up?
I mean, it's a little bit. This is someone we could talk about to put people on. Do you know who these guys are?
I know who Richard Pryor is.
Oh my god, the two rappers.
Oh, Fly Sifu.
Yeah. You know what this is?
Who else is it besides? Oh, Pink Sifu. That's his name.
There's
right?
two guys.
I didn't know there
Fly
were two
Anakin.
guys.
You know who Fly Anakin is?
I've always known them, but I've never taken into account because they were on the I don't think I ended up putting. No, I put one of their songs on the intro to the episode. I never tell you, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But these ones are great. Really good.
What do you mean these ones?
There's this one. There's another single.
They dropped singles tonight?
One came out earlier today. Yeah.
You already heard it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I forgot.
You're the worst co-host ever.
Aw.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Let's see. We can talk about those two for a minute.
Well, I can't talk about it because I didn't listen to it.
I can talk about it.
Oh, fine. Please, then go ahead. I didn't know you wanted to start doing things on the show, Max. I'm sorry.
I'm ignoring that.
You gonna talk about them? You can't play music because we're recording and they're gonna get demonetized.
We're recording right now?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Okay.
I mean, you can play some music, but
this is a guy who has 6 retweets on his song, so.
I don't feel like editing it out.
All right.
I'll be honest with you.
All right. What movie is this?
I don't care.
Okay.
I really do want to talk about. Let's talk about Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper first because Young Nudy is kind of.
Not a big a name. Yeah,
he's not big of a name. So, what's the name of the song? Holy.
Holy. When you hold me, it feels holy. Is kind of the main.
They're both Christian, right?
Yep.
And they're both married, right?
Yep.
All right, then the song sounded exactly like how I expected.
Yeah, right.
Meaning to say I didn't like it. Because I am neither of those things. And I can't see myself being either of those things in the foreseeable future, at least. But
you don't know. Maybe you could have a late in life revelation.
You think that's more likely than me falling in love?
No.
You said no?
Wait, yes it is.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. It's not more likely.
So what's more likely? I'll be Christian or that I'll fall in love?
I think there's someone out there that you could like.
Shut up. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
It's for your benefit.
There's so many people out there I like. There's many people out there I love. The question is, do they like me? I'm kidding. Don't feel bad for any of us. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah.
But yes, the song is called Holy with Justin Bieber.
Holy. It's about the many holes on the human body.
No, it's not. Not at all. It's about two married men talking about how much they love their wives and talking about how they haven't released a good song in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's break it down for him.
All right.
Is it Justin's song or Chance's song?
This is Justin Bieber's song featuring Chance the Rapper.
Okay, therefore, I think I'm being a little too harsh on it.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Justin Bieber's music, and I don't think I'm a good critic for his music, so I can't compare it to anything. But just from a purely sonic standpoint, this song was pretty boring, pretty safe. Like I said, I don't know who's listening to this because most of Chance and Justin Bieber fans aren't that young and aren't married.
I don't know.
You think
but they're Christian.
That's true though, because I know a lot of people our age that are like getting engaged now, and even you. Holy crap!
I'm not engaged. Well, I know I'm not Christian.
No, I know you're not engaged, and I know you're not Christian, but I'm just saying you're kind of in a similar lane.
Oh, no.
I'm just like.
No.
Okay, I take it back. If we're being honest, though,
I have a podcast.
If we're being honest, though, let me just say this. I've seen a lot of people in our age group and age bracket getting engaged and married for whatever reason.
For them. You know what? If you're listening, congratulations.
I'm not going to say that. But getting engaged or whatever for whatever reason. So I guess there is a market for this song. Maybe I'm evil. I just didn't like it.
Maybe.
I think Chance the Rapper has kind of lost touch because ever since...
He's not taking acid.
No. What was the album? It had Zanies and Fools and Slide Around. The Big Day?
Yeah.
Ever since The Big Day, I don't know. He's really soft. He's like Sesame Street to me. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it's been said to death that album sucked, but what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a certain kind of sanitized rap, sanitized music, honestly, that I'm never going to listen.
It's so sanitized.
And we were just listening before. We were listening to one of the very first Childish Gambino mixtapes. And
it wasn't one of the very first.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Royalty?
Bro, to what they know.
He had I'm a Rapper.
To what these people know.
He had
I'm Not a Rapper, Cul-de-sac.
I'm Not a Rapper 2.
I'm Not a Rapper 2.
But he had the mixtapes before that.
He did even?
He had the Nerd Boy mixtapes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So this is like way later.
What? In his
frame
of reference.
This mixtape we're talking about is called Royalty, and it came out after Camp, which was his debut album. If you can't tell, I'm a Childish Gambino stan because
You're a nerd boy.
Huh?
You're a nerd boy.
Exactly. I was and still am a corny ass black dude from the suburbs. So how am I not gonna like Childish Gambino? But anyway, we're talking about his mixtape Royalty, and we're talking about the Chance the Rapper feature on there, right?
Yeah, great.
What was the song?
They Don't Like Me.
Yeah, but that was when he was doing acid and having fun and having sex with people.
And making good music. What does that go to show you?
But I think I'm happy for Chance, and obviously, he said he had an addiction. I think I said this on the very first episode of the show in 2017. But he had an addiction. I'm happy he kicked it. But you don't need to be making music. No. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said you don't need to be making music for those types of people. Not everyone is living as good as you.
Yeah.
And not everyone wants to live the life you're living, I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical.
I agree.
I think we need a Christian married or engaged perspective on the show, but I refuse to have them in this.
No, we don't. We don't need that.
I refuse to have them in my
crib. We do not
crib.
need that perspective. I think, you know what? America's had too much married Christian perspective.
Can we not discriminate? I want their listen. I want their ears.
I'm going to say not enough. Damn.
But
I can't even thread my own joke through.
I do think that they're kind of both jaded and traumatized by the industry, especially Justin.
Oh yeah.
So I get why they're being very pro-Christian and everything, but I'm not, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, good for them, honestly.
We're not anti-Christian, by the way, though.
No.
But you're celebrating Rosh Hashanah tomorrow.
I am. Well, I mean, we have a nice deal. That's really the extent of celebration.
We can have a dinner?
Yeah, you just have like brisket.
So you're making me do the show a whole day earlier.
My dad's making a big stink about this.
So you're making me do the whole show a day earlier so you can have brisket.
That's a good enough reason, so I don't need to justify myself.
You know what? That is good.
That's not. It's a religious holiday.
You know what? Fine. Since I'm your boss, you can have the day off.
Yeah, I'd sue you for discrimination.
You'll sue me?
I would. If you're my boss, that's not that you're not an equal rights employee.
Try and sue me. You'll never make a podcast again. All right. What other singles came out that we were talking about?
Brent Faiyaz.
Brent Faiyaz. So this is funny because we had a whole R&B episode, and I specifically didn't want to touch on R&B because I felt like we kind of abandoned the hip-hop people, the rap people who listen to the show.
So we'll be quick.
So, no. I don't know if we'll be quick, but...
Okay.
So I just want to, get this out of the way that this isn't a specifically rap or hip-hop show. This is a music show, so... you're in here for the long haul. Whatever we talk about, we're trying to put you on, so listen to it.
Stuff we like, that's good.
And we know what's good, right?
Yeah, we have a podcast.
Duh. But this Brent Faiyaz song, it's indicative of how I've been feeling about Brent Faiyaz a lot recently, which is I feel like all his music is a ton of build-up to a payoff that never comes.
Yes.
And I am on the edge of my seat for the whole song just to hear a half-ass beat breakdown in the middle of the song. Mm-hmm. And it's not a fault of his own or anything like that, but I just think his voice and his persona can only be so alluring. I haven't had a payoff in terms of this artist at all.
Right, I agree.
He hasn't given me an album yet that's like blown me away. He hasn't given me a single that's blown me away. He's kind of just been teasing something his whole career, and it's becoming evident that that thing is never coming.
Damn. I'll say this. There's this rapper out of Queens named Flea. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh, no. Yeah, we saw the music video with him and Brent.
That's a good song. And he's good on that.
Yeah, but that's a rap song. That's not like a...
That's all I can say about this is what I mean.
Well,
I like that song. I don't like the rest of his music that much.
Brent Faiyaz kind of makes like that dark R&B Weeknd-inspired music.
Yeah.
But the Weeknd, you see, has the vocal range of a god.
And he had the kind of vision to bring something to the table where you're talking about Brent Faiyaz kind of not finishing with anything.
The Weeknd has a lot more substance.
Yes.
Like you said, he brings more to the table too. I I just don't see a lot of artistic intent with Brent.
Right. Exactly.
That's what's kind of messing me
And
up.
that's what The Weeknd, at least at the beginning, was full of.
Even now he still has artistic
Even
intent. We might not agree with it, but
Right.
if we're being honest, if we break this down honestly, The Weeknd has had some of the best like artistic intent album by album.
Oh, for a pop star,
yes,
he's great.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, Brent hasn't given me any. I can't give you a mood or an intention on any of his projects.
I agree.
The Weeknd, even if we don't agree with it, we can tell you the exact mood of every album he's released.
Oh yeah, and he's doing what he wants. I still do think that.
The whole Blade Runner aesthetic with his first album, and then after that, Beauty Behind the Madness had the whole, I forgot, but just different aesthetic, and then Starboy had the more pop aesthetic, and now we have
intentional, like kind of darker
but it's
side
intentional,
of pop.
yeah. And now we have the
like the '80s, which I mean, as contrived as that kind of, artistic,
'80s revival.
Right, 80s revival. But it's, I mean, I like the original music's great.
Right, okay.
So even if it's an imitation, I like it,
Right, and even if it's an imitation, it has an intent.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what the mood is with this Brent music.
Yeah, I agree.
I enjoy it, but I enjoy it to the point where I'm left wanting more. And that's why I think I'm really frustrated too, especially because I thought his album, Fuck the World, was going to be like a complete album. He said it was like only the first half and he's going to release the second half later. I don't know anymore.
I don't know what kind of logic there is to that.
I mean, he's a cool ass dude.
No, he's even like the kind of rebrand he did. I appreciate it a lot.
What do you mean?
Like coming a few years ago, where he was more like Spotify playlist mood.
I like Saunders' music better.
What's that?
That's the Spotify playlist mood thing you were talking about when he was with Sonder.
What is that? I don't know what you're talking.
That's the group. He was the singer of the group Sonder.
Oh, really?
And then he did the solo act Brent Faiyaz.
I'm learning new things every day here.
But that's, remember Too Fast? People say I drive too fast. Remember that song?
Not really.
Okay, well, that was under Sonder.
Oh.
And I think that's more the Spotify thing you're talking about. But yeah.
Was there something there?
I thought there was more artistic intent there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Maybe. But what I'm saying, what he kind of did to me was the rebrand was less mood, which could be better. I'm not saying it's worse. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it was mood background music to kind of dirtbaggery, where he's like letting his hair grow out more. He's like, the album's called Fuck the World. There's more in your face kind of marketing around it. Do you know what I'm saying? You're
right. The rebrand he did on his own personal image was great.
Yeah, and I like the aesthetics of that. I don't know if the music's better.
Like, yeah, he's a dude I'd want to kick it with now.
Right.
And talk to now. But the music, I think, has kind of suffered for it. I think he thinks he's too cool.
Right.
To do anything else now. Now everything's kind of moody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it might pay off. I don't know. I still don't dislike any of his music. Yeah. But that's why I think I'm kind of disappointed.
He's one of the cooler, like, modern R&B guys like we were talking about last time. I like him as a guy.
But I just want to feel something. That sounds so sad. I mean, I'm not saying in general. I'm saying
always.
With the music I listen to, I just want to feel something, and I think even when I dislike a song, I prefer that over just feeling nothing.
Yeah, because it's like, why did I listen to this? If it's something you dislike, it can be, I listen to this so that I now know I don't like it. I now can formulate what I do like into a greater opinion, and also make fun of something.
And especially when it's an artist you like too. If you don't like a song, you can see where they went wrong and where they can improve next time.
That's how we talk about it on the podcast. But
I
agree. There's something missing that, I can't say is like, I don't know if he's being intentional here. Like, I don't know if he has anything more than what he's letting on.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you is I think the more he has was Sonder. And maybe that's just not what you like. It's fine though.
No, I don't even know what it is. I never even heard of it.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's just me. But
come on, lighten up.
You said what?
You're looking down. Like,
no, I'm happy. I'm hype. I'm hype.
I guess it's just.
I'm hype. I'm just heartbroken. Let's see. We also had the Young Nudy album, right?
Song, yeah.
Oh, song. I'm off of Bean. I'm sorry. I'm not actually off of Bean, but
yeah, he is. It's a new song. Nudy is one of our faves.
Oh yeah, can we just give snaps for the anniversary of Nudy Land?
Yep, that was today. 3 years ago today, I think.
That was 2017, right?
Yep.
And that's when we were in the dungeon.
Yeah, I think
our apartment.
I think it's perfect. I think it's a perfect.
Huh?
I think it's a perfect album. Perfect run.
You think it's a perfect album?
I love it. Yeah.
In general?
Yeah, I love it. Nudy Land.
Well, I think it's great. I don't know about perfect album.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding around here, folks.
But I will say it took time for it to grow on me because in 2017 that wasn't really my vibe.
Not really.
But yeah, I don't know. It took me a minute to grow on Nudy. I think Slimeball won. Not when it came out, but I think when I really took the time to listen to it is when I became a fan. But retroactively, like I think a couple years ago, I finally started to appreciate Nudie Land.
Yeah.
Like I said, Barbecue is still one of my favorites. I always want to slap
Judge
meat
Scott Convicted
on her grill. Loaded Baked Potato. Yeah, Judge Scott Convicted. Like those are classic songs.
Hell Show.
But like you said, I think the thing about Nudy's music is
Ferris Wheel.
He's at his best when his vocals aren't in the front of the song.
Right.
Oh, you explained that better than me.
Basically, a lot of Slimeball 1 and 2, a lot of Nudie Land. Slimeer came after that. I don't know if there's. I feel like there's something in the middle of those two, but I can't pick that out right this second. Pierre Bourne has been producing a lot of Nudy's music for a long time. They were
4L.
Right. They were kind of at the same level for a long time, and I think Pierre kind of elevated himself, not past Nudy necessarily, but he's definitely been more well known for sure.
Yes.
And I think it's because his beats are so great. He's just such a talented producer, and he's cultivated such a niche, where it's like palpable internet music, and
like e-boy music. You saying like e-boy music?
No, like
what do you mean by
inspired by video games, or things that wouldn't normally be popular if the internet wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting a little bit too heady for this, but what I really mean is Nudy needs Pierre, I think his music is best when there's interesting production to back up his, I don't want to say effortless because I think he's trying, but when he's his kind of laid back, approach. I think there needs to be some kind of substance beat wise there. And if there's not, then it can get kind of boring. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I don't think it's lazy, but
No,
I do think this
lazy.
this latest single was a little lazy.
Maybe this one.
I think lyrically it was a little lazy,
Yeah.
but I do agree with what you're saying about Pierre being the balance for Nudy. Pierre, all his beats, not all of them, but most of his beats are kind of zany.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're
light.
They don't sound like anything you've heard.
Yeah. They're a good contrast to someone as hood as Nudy.
Right, that's true.
I think when Nudy doesn't have that contrast, it doesn't highlight his versatility enough.
Right.
And he is a versatile rapper because not everyone can rap on Pierre beats.
Oh no.
Like Pierre's beats are kind of deceptive because a lot of the things that people are saying on them are pretty simple. Like, rappers like Playboi Carti and rappers like Nudy. He
has a few guys in his own like kind of label too that are they definitely know when to take a back seat,
Pierre?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that Peachtree album.
I don't know if you like it as much as I did, but I do like Jelly's the rapper on it. There's this guy Chavo I like who's on.
Right, but the point I'm saying is those guys,
they know how to work with Pierre.
They know how to work with the Pierre beat.
Yeah. I agree.
So I think Nudy's talents don't get highlighted enough when it's not on a Pierre beat, and this is an example of it. Who even produced this latest single?
I don't know. He had one where he had a mixtape, Faded in the Booth, where it wasn't bad, and it wasn't Pierre, I don't think, but if the beat doesn't back him up, it's really shows, And there are a few songs there where it's like, he's asking guys on Instagram for beats, and they're not delivering.
Pierre or Nudy?
Yeah, the whole concept was like, I'm gonna get some beats off Instagram, and just
wait. Conflict? What do you mean?
What?
Conflict with what? What do you mean?
I didn't say conflict.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said conflict.
No.
Sorry. I thought there was beef. I got hype.
No, I think he said he had beef with Gucci Mane.
Who had beef with Gucci Mane?
Nudy a while ago, but I don't know if that was anything actually.
Over what?
Because he said he's really East Atlanta. He's really here. Gucci left. He's not.
He's saying he didn't go pop.
Yeah, I'm the king of East Atlanta, stuff like that.
Oh shit, that's not my place. But I like both
years
artists.
Ago, so it didn't go anywhere. But
isn't Nudy also 21's cousin?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I mean, so they're thorough. I mean, everyone knows they're thorough. But,
yeah.
So that's not for me to talk on at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying.
But
one thing or the other. But this, basically, point being, people, is that the singles a miss in terms of hit or miss.
Dude, I haven't been impressed with music in general lately.
Really?
I mean, obviously, like people like Griselda. We can talk about Conway later. They're always going to deliver. But those are the Pintura highlights I was telling you about. Sorry for getting off topic. The TV's on.
It's like a little like lighter brown.
Yeah, not that I would do that, but that's
no way.
But the point is,
it's not a cool thing to do.
No, it's lame as hell. Yeah. Anyway, but I haven't been impressed with music in general because I think a lot of artists right now are kind of holding back their best material because they're scared that they can't tour. So now they're just putting out things to make a little money during the quarantine.
Yeah, I think there's been some guys who are a bit more underground who I don't think have that kind of business model yet that I think have been, all right. I was talking about these Pink Sifu and Fly Anakin.
Yep.
If you like, I'd say hip. I don't want to call it hip hop revitalism because like that's corny, but if you like older style rap, there's two lanes to go. There's Griselda, which are older guys who are kind of have been making this kind of music, and then there's younger guys who appreciate the older music. Okay, so these guys they're Earl affiliates. They're friends with Earl Sweatshirt.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And I think they're a good contrast with each other. They're not part of a group originally. They just probably knew each other through mutual friends. And what's good about them, I think, is Pink Sifu, who makes his own good music by himself. He's not as lyrically dense, and he can kind of be more of a vibe, if you will. You know what I'm saying? You know who he is, right?
I put his song in the beginning of the episode once.
Yeah, he's great. And then Fly Anakin, who he's making music with, can just rap his ass off. Really sounds like 90s, dusty samples and relentless. You're
putting out the Pitchfork adjectives, okay?
I'm inspired.
Dusty samples.
I'm inspired.
Relentless bars.
I'm more doing Anthony Fantano.
Grimy, dirty, boom bap raps. You're so corny.
Lush. No, I'm not. Don't.
White guys listen to hip hop.
Pause the video.
Why?
Pause the video.
Why?
I just pause it. I'm not corny. Don't ever say.
I'm just saying, like,
don't ever.
I'm just saying. Listen.
I'm paused.
White guys, when they listen to rap and they want to separate themselves from
dusty boom.
Other white guys who listen to rap, they say those adjectives like you just said.
Okay, well, I wasn't trying to do that.
Basement trap.
I agree. Everyone does use these.
Bringing it back to the 90s.
You'll hear it. I'm putting it on the playlist. You'll hear it and you'll like it. And you'll know I'm right.
You said you're putting out a playlist? You know who says my name under it, right?
You know who sends you songs after you ask every time.
Yeah, but like who publishes it, bro?
All right. Well, you still
pays for Apple Music?
Choose to use my. You have to pay for that.
Pay for Apple Music?
Well,
everyone pays for Apple Music.
Yeah, everyone pays for it, but you have to pay to upload stuff.
No, it's not. No.
So then, yeah, exactly. I can upload it myself if I wanted to. Maybe I'll do that.
With how many?
I'll usurp you.
With how many?
I'll stage a military junta.
No, please, with you and all 200 of your followers with 10% that engaged. Cool.
10% engaged?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Well, if anyone's listening.
I would actually be very interested to see where this would go.
With just me?
With just you, yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't make a podcast. Why are we doing this now? Why are we doing this?
We're doing this because I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to live for.
There's been some good New York rap. Not boom bap, like New York drill.
Yeah.
Should I talk about that, or do you want to say something?
What do you mean?
I can keep talking, is what I'm saying.
Oh, no, please. This is your show, bro. Pop off. No, please, go on.
There's a producer whose name is Alao.
Yeah.
And he's been, if you don't like the sound of Brooklyn drill, I do, but I guess I get it if you don't. He's maybe tried this guy out. His beats sound a bit different. And these young guys who are on the song can, they're rapping. They can rap. And then there's a bunch of guys have I talked about these guys before?
Who?
They're from like, not San Francisco, but they're from that area, the Bay Area.
You did talk about them.
Yeah. Yep. So these guys, this guy, Young Slowby from Stockton. Great. I just had a mixtape a few days ago.
Where do you find all this music you listen to?
Where do I find it? Twitter is good. It's journalists. I don't know. This is what I do. I don't know why.
No, I'm just interested because you definitely like research things and you do more than the average person when it comes to the music you listen to.
Oh yeah.
I'm just interested in like how you go about doing that.
You have to follow. having people who it's their job to do this is good. Follow journalists on Twitter if you look at Twitter every day. I mean, if you're part of it's just being online. If you're not online as much as I am, maybe it's harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I have my ways of finding music too, very similar to you. But I'm just for the people at home.
Oh, also Instagram. You know what? I should say this.
What?
There's a lot of Instagram pages that kind of people send in their music and they kind of congregate it, and it's regional oftentimes.
Oh.
Yeah, Dirty Glove Bastard on Instagram. I think that's kind of anywhere. That's not really regional.
Yep.
But there's a lot of Detroit guys, a lot of Atlanta guys.
So you're really on the corner. Like you're really in the hood. Like you never left.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, Max. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why you should don't criticize the reason I don't follow followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't want people following me.
Oh, because you're low key.
Knowing where I am.
You don't want to blow up the spot.
Right.
Got you.
If you like Bay Area music, which I suggest you do, the Thizzler on Instagram.
The what?
The Thizz. You know what Thizz is?
No, what's that?
That's like what they called ecstasy in the Bay.
What is it?
Ecstasy.
No, I know, but what?
Thizz. Thizz.
Thizzler?
Thizzler.
Why is it
Instagram? Yeah.
Why is it called that?
They called it like you remember like what's the word I'm thinking? I don't know what the kind of music, but like Cali Swag District. That kind of. What's it called? What am I thinking of?
Snap music?
No, it's like Dougie music, kind of.
It's kind of snap music.
A little bit, but there's a certain name for it I'm blanking on, and it originated in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And it originated in the clubs where they would sell ecstasy, call it Thizz.
But why?
It's just a slang for it.
Didn't you say you had your laptop now? Can you look that up?
Should I,
do you have your phone? You can just look it up on your phone.
Should I? Okay. Well, you keep the mic occupied then.
Well, no. I mean, I was just interested because I don't know. I don't do drugs, so I don't really know.
And I do. I'm kidding.
So I don't really know all like the regional lingo and stuff, but I just got a flashback to that era of music when you talked about it, the snap music era.
Yeah.
And I think that was the worst era of hip hop we've ever lived through. And I talk a lot of shit about the 2017s era, and I talk a lot of shit about, you know, a lot of the other artists out now, but I do think that was the worst era we've lived through, bar none. And I'm not saying it's any of the artists' fault, but I'm saying the trends at that time were some of the worst.
Yeah. By the way, Urban Dictionary, Thizz, to swallow MDMA. So.
That's all it means. Okay. But remember, like, I'm not blaming Flo Rida. Like, I'm not even against Flo Rida. Thing? But it came from that snap music. Like the snap music that came out then made it okay.
Like hyphy. Hyphy is what I'm thinking of. Hyphy music.
Hyphy?
Yeah, that's the name of it. Hyphy.
And what's like the distinguisher about it?
It's like Lil B before he was kind of ridiculous on the internet, like the whole pack. They call themselves Wolfgang. That's why Odd Future did that.
Is that really?
I mean, I would assume it's there's a connection.
Anyway, hyphy music, snap music, whatever you want to call it. To me, that was the darkest time in the hip hop, dude.
I don't agree, but
why? Why not?
I think it's fun to like dance around to, and it sounds funny. I mean, if it's funny, it's more than like, I don't know. I like 6ix9ine is bad, or who am I thinking of? Young Toenail.
Who?
You never heard of Young Toenail?
No.
This guy wore a giant foot suit and kind of made like SoundCloud rap.
What? When did this guy come out?
Like what we were talking about, 2017, 2018.
Really?
Like Instagram. Well, I've called it Instagram rap.
Well, I mean, that's just virtue of there being more rappers now via Instagram and SoundCloud and all that.
Either way.
So, but I'm saying there were less options back then, and the options we did have were ass. Like, pure ass.
Yeah,
like,
now we're kind of rambling, huh?
Well, I mean...
What else we got, music-wise?
You just got me thinking about the snap music, and I just... it brought me back to a dark place.
Yeah?
Yeah, 4th grade. Very dark place.
You're fighting demons.
I'm still fighting demons. What are you talking about, Max?
That's when they manifested.
Max, I manifest demons daily.
Oh, wait, 4th grade, that's when you bore the curse, right?
Yes. How'd you know? That's when I was branded with the curse. But what else dropped? Conway. We didn't talk about Conway last time. Yeah. I feel kind of bad because I listened to the album a couple times. I don't really have that strong feelings about it, but we did talk before the show. A lot of people, and even Pitchfork, were saying that this was a mainstream attempt on Conway's part.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure how I feel about that. I think some of the beats were more mainstream than usual, yes, but I don't think he punched down lyrically or dumbed down lyrically.
No, if anything, maybe you could argue he simplified.
But I don't think he did.
But I don't think he did either. And I think when people, especially these kind of like more, not like Pitchfork's niche, but when these lesser known music publications say something's mainstream, that's kind of, there's a connotation of it being a dig. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, they say it with a negative connotation.
Right, and it's like, even if this is his mainstream album, that's not a bad thing. It doesn't sound worse than anything else.
But they rated it poorly. They gave it like a 5 something or 6 something. I don't know, but they gave it a pretty low score. And I'm starting to lose logic with their scoring because they gave Big Sean like a 5.2. They gave Conway a low score.
They gave Fiona Apple a 10 out of 10.
I'm not even beefing with that. Because I can't speak on that as well as I can speak on hip hop and rap. I like the Fiona album.
I like it. That's not what I was gonna say.
Grab the bolt cutters, right? Fetch
the bolt cutters.
What were you gonna say about it?
I like to say it's better than her first album is crazy. I mean, I think Fiona Apple is one of the most talented songwriters that's still making music. I really do. Mm-hmm. And you feel like there's a reason they're rating things the way they are, and it's not just because the music is.
What do you think that reason is?
I think there's a imperative to kind of elevate certain voices or.
And who would those voices belong to, Max? Let's hear it.
Lesser marginalized groups of people, and it's obviously coming from me. Doesn't look very good to say that. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah.
I don't know, but like it's was that a 10 out of 10 album, perfect album, which they give like once a decade? I don't know. Maybe.
Was the last one My Beautiful Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this about Pitchfork. I know that the person who writes the articles isn't the one.
That's true.
That is responsible for the rating. Mm-hmm. I know they have a formula for the rating. But I will say this about the rating, too. It's clear to me now that they have a honed-in image of their listener.
Yes.
And their listener is someone who can never be wrong.
Yeah.
Or their reader is someone who, for whatever reason in their mind, they can't be wrong or not the most correct possible. Therefore, I think what they're doing now is kind of honing in on certain demographics of people and setting that as the standard.
Because they also, the same kind of person is someone who uses music oftentimes as like a cultural signifier. So like
I mean, we do too.
Right. But still, I like this.
Yes.
So therefore, I'm a good person.
Right. This represents something bigger than me.
Yes,
like I listen to Fiona Apple because, I know what's up.
Right.
Yeah. That is what it is. Mm-hmm. And so my point is, I'm saying, like, I think sometimes Pitchfork will look for like, okay, what is the most oppressed demographic we can find? Trans, dark.
That's like that video of, the video of the Vice. There's a video of a Vice writer.
Huh.
And he's like, can't think of an article. Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? He puts a hand over his face, takes like a dildo from a bucket, and throws it blindly at a board that has different like minorities in it.
Yes, different groups. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And like I'm not saying that's a situation. That's hilarious though. But I'm saying they definitely look at the most valid voice to listen to, the most unheard voice that needs to be heard. And, whether that be trans, dark-skinned black people, like this or that. They look at that, and I think that they judge things based off of that. Yeah. Based off of how it relates to that. I don't think they judge things in isolation anymore.
No.
And I think that's why I kind of have a problem with them. Because there's nothing wrong with amplifying these voices. These voices aren't amplified in our society. But I have a problem.
But then you're not rating.
Right. And then I have a problem when you use that as a litmus test for how other people should behave. Right. Because we believe, we're all for trans rights. We know colorism exists. We know all these things too. But we also know that a lot of the old artists and old rappers we listen to, they were born in a different era. They don't know the shit we know. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to knock a certain artist for saying a certain word if I know their background. I'm not giving them a pass for it, but because they were established before it became the norm to be this politically correct, I'm not going to knock them for not being that politically correct.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. I'm going to be politically correct, but I think it's kind of like doing a little much when you call them out. Because you gave me an example. They gave someone...
This always stuck out with me because Rock Marcy, who we've talked about.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
New York Revival.
Right. I mean, iconoclastic. Like, no one sounds like him. No one will.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say he was like he never got like best new music or anything. I don't think,
Mm-hmm.
but like he always got pretty good scores from Pitchfork for being what he was. Like, not being an uncorny revivalist was not an easy thing to do. So he probably got like 8s.
Yes.
And then they gave him one album. They gave him a 7.1.
That's a pretty good score.
Still good, but I mean, it was better if not.
They gave Childish Gambino a 1.6, but go on. It was better if not what?
It was at least as good, if not better, is what I meant, than his previous work. And to rate it a whole point lower.
Was it because he was mainstream?
Because he said a slur.
The F slur, right?
The F slur, which you probably shouldn't say in this time period. I'm not saying.
But you know what you're getting into with rap.
Yeah, but this guy's like 40-something years old.
Right.
He's been making music since the 90s.
Right.
I don't think he really. I don't want to justify, but I don't think they mean it in the way that it comes off as too.
But we're also in no position. If you're offended by it, you know, by all means, you have every right to be offended by it. But we've been to shows, or I've been to shows. I know what a Rock Marcy crowd looks like. Those people don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. But they also probably aren't reading the reviews. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think.
No one should be a moral litmus.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a moral standard that is taken into account.
Yeah, because like in 100 years, this podcast is going to be archaic.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we've done and said a lot of things that are already outdated on older episodes. Sometimes I listen to old episodes from 2017 and I want to... Never mind. I just kidding.
Face your demons.
Yeah. But like I said, you know, you're never always going to be correct. There's always going to be someone more correct than you. But that's
not why you listen to music.
But that's not why you listen to music. That's not why you do things. I mean, it should never be a thing where you have to always, you know, be the most correct and this and that. And I'm not saying that is what's wrong with Pitchfork or that is what they're doing, but it's becoming a little obvious now.
Yeah, obvious, right?
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, dude. I like Flo Milli. I have no beef against her whatsoever, but I just don't see how you can give her a 7.5 for her album, but then give Big Sean a 5.2. And
I also don't take it the wrong way. Pitchfork has a lot of great journalists. Some of them I was talking about that I like follow, and you know
they're terrified to make black people, and especially women, mad.
Well, what I was gonna say is like these are websites that are great to use for like finding new music or like learning more about what you do like. Just don't take the ratings too seriously. I'd say.
No. But I'm just saying they're terrified to make unamplified voices mad because then they're gonna be called sexist,
archaic,
racist, homophobic, archaic. So they're trying to cover their own ass, and now they're doing it to the point where it's impeding on other artists. To me, I feel like they're trying to send a message because this Conway album didn't deserve the score it got, and this Big Sean album.
We also do like this music more than like we're fans of this music. You could say.
Oh yeah, we're biased definitely, but this is good. I mean, maybe I can't speak objectively, but it's good music to me. Like this Conway album. Even the song with Dej Loaf I enjoyed. And I'm not even a Dej Loaf fan, but like, you know, I think it had its place and I see what he was trying to do. And we were talking about this earlier also. I think it's high time someone in Griselda made the mainstream move.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, you know.
If they want to.
If they want to. And, you know, it's not going to be West Side Gun. You know, he's a little too zany for people.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher is a little, I mean, he could be your favorite.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
But, you know, I think Conway is the most prepared, most poised to be in the mainstream.
He's easiest to digest, too.
He's easiest to digest. I think he's also more marketable than Benny.
Yeah.
But he has a story that comes with him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was shot in the head, so, you know,
do the face.
He's half his face paralyzed. So there's a narrative that comes with him, and, you know, he's a cool guy. They're all cool guys.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time someone in that camp stepped into the mainstream, so I don't like when people knock them for that.
Well, and I mean, knocking anyone for going mainstream like that has a specific set of like.
What's wrong with being mainstream?
Yeah, I mean, if something is sacrificed, that's one thing.
I wish we were mainstream. You know how much happier we'd be. We say if something is.
It's up to you, people.
Make us mainstream.
The power's
please.
in your hands,
please. Oops.
Yeah. So that's new music, I think.
So you don't feel any strong way about the Conway? Because I felt pretty strong.
Oh no, I mean it's not. I don't think it's different than what it usually is, but I like it. So.
What was the name of the album with the shark on it?
Lulu with Alchemist.
Which is better?
I heard a take that was people were sick of Alchemist because he's had a lot of music this year.
This has been his year. It's
interesting. I understand that, but I also don't because I like the music. So,
what do they mean sick of him?
Like there's too much. I hear him on everything. He's not limiting himself to his best, which I agree that I don't like when artists do that either.
Man's got to eat.
But I mean, he's like one of the most he's one of the most celebrated producers of all time.
Right. I don't think. Yeah, I can't knock him.
I can't either. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's the best.
Speaking of artists I can't knock, we tried to talk about this earlier too. You wanted to bring up the whole Kanye contract situation.
Well, I don't want to say beef, but we kind of came to a conclusion I was looking for. What? Where it's like, you explained it very well. I think you hit the nail on the head earlier.
What did I say?
But you were saying, if you don't know, Kanye was just like detailing his legal or label drama.
Right. Let's give them background. He posted his whole contract on Twitter.
The entire 114 pages of his contract.
He screenshotted it. He got banned for Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, not because of that, but because he posted someone's phone number. But he was going on a rampage, and he put up his contract, and there's a lot of stipulations and fine print in there that was clearly fucking him over. But you were kind of saying, what was the point of him doing this? Like, was he trying to win us curry favor?
I think the point is he doesn't have a point. I don't think he's in the position to have a point.
Well, I mean, the point's pretty clear. The label's fucking him.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So
we got a little too deep than what the situation more like is,
I mean, it's a pretty deep situation though.
Yeah.
Like my point was, if it's bigger than Kanye, it shows you that one of the biggest artists in the world can still fall prey to the labels. Jizza had a song. This thing has been going on forever about record labels.
Yeah.
But I think I was kind of sick of it just because I think the point is tired and tried. Everyone has said everything about the labels already. My other thing with Kanye too is that I feel like you were kind of not giving him as much slack as I was.
Yeah.
And I was giving him a lot of that slack because he's not a stable person.
Right, which I mean is you have to accept that as the motivating factor behind everything he does at this point. Like he's really not well, man. No,
he's not, but also I don't think we need to pity him.
No, I'm not saying pity him. I'm just saying like
But yeah, what are you saying?
Just like I mean, what I was getting at mainly is like I'm not falling for this. Like it seems like you're asking for pity that I'm not really willing to give. That being said, I mean maybe not override him with pity, but a little bit. I mean he's not doing well. He's probably unhappy with a lot of things, and he's like posting his label drama to get some sympathy.
Yeah, but like why do you think that's him trying to curry our favor?
I think he just wants sympathy.
But like why?
Because he's sad.
But like even if he did want sympathy, is that not a valid reason to have sympathy for him?
Right. I mean, at this point, I do. You're right, because I feel bad for him at this point.
Like, it's obviously a ploy and it's obviously a cry for help, but there's nothing wrong with a good cry for help.
No, of course not. I mean, he literally had a cry for help in South Carolina. You brought that up, and I completely forgot. But like,
that was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It was sad. It was really sad, especially for like being a fan for a decade.
Yeah.
It's like, people were joking about it. Both sides of the aisle were saying, this guy's ridiculous, and it was just sad to see, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, breaking down in tears over something that. It's like, I don't know. It was just weird.
It matters to him.
But it also shouldn't. I mean, like, you didn't abort your daughter, so what is there to cry? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
he's working himself up. I don't know. Point is, hope you're doing well, Kanye.
Well,
seriously.
I mean, before the show, before we pressed record, I mean, I think it was more so. I'm not saying you're blaming him, but I'm not saying anyone's blaming him. This is similar to a situation about Kanye I got into last week where someone DM'd me about him and saying, how do I feel about him being a threat to democracy and all the controversial things he said and done and endorsed in the past couple years. And I just don't hold him to the same standard as I'll hold anyone else. And that's simply because he's one, mentally ill, and two, one of, if not the most exceptional human beings I've ever witnessed, so I'm going to make an exception for him. To me, he's done enough good. Like, I'm not a deity, I'm not a god, but if I were to weigh his good and bad deeds on a cosmic scale, the good outweighs as far as I'm aware. But I just don't like the idea of us. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of dunking on Kanye because it's such an easy thing to do.
No, yeah.
And it gets easier with time because his mental health deteriorates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been with this guy for 16 years and we've seen he's not getting any better. So I just feel like taking an opportunity to dunk on the man at this point is like
That's such a funny commercial.
You're just doing it for attention.
Yeah.
There's no new point to be made about him.
I think a lot of people, the same kind of people who like identify their politics and their music in the same way.
Yeah.
Were huge fans of him, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And kind of saw him take a rightward turn, and dunk on him to make themselves feel better, maybe.
That's exactly it. I think some people are kind of trying to find the moral high ground,
right?
Or have a superiority complex. Like, you still listen to Kanye? Are you in middle school?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, he's problematic, this and that. But I mean,
I don't know. To me, the mental illness thing takes front and center.
Yeah.
It's just so obvious. It's like,
I don't think he has anyone in his corner.
No, he doesn't.
I think, like I said earlier about the whole borderline personality, bipolar thing, like, I can't really speak on it that well, but I think that people overestimate how effective these medications are. People always say, just take your meds, just do this and that. Those help, but I think a lot of times those people need someone who like cares about them and really has their best intentions in mind in their corner at all times, not an ulterior motive.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say both. I mean,
well, I'm saying you need both, but one without the other is like,
yeah, he's not in a situation that encourages any kind of growth or healing or,
That's what I'm saying. The meds only keep things at bay.
Yeah,
like he has to let that out to someone.
I mean, and I don't know what it's like to be have bipolar or experience any of this.
Yeah.
But like from what I've read about it and like things I've consumed surrounding it, it's like people can feel kind of constrained and they feel like not themselves on the medication. I don't know. I'm not saying don't take your medication. I'm saying I can see him feeling, dissatisfied with how things are going and thinking the medication's affecting that in a negative way. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're changing your whole narrative, bro. When we did this earlier,
I said, oh my God. Earlier I said, I didn't know what to feel about it.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
And I was listening to you and I agreed with you. I said that afterwards. You convinced me. I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just saying how I feel about him. And I'm always going to make an exception for him because one of the most exceptional people. And also, I think when you have done something so great in society and you have people around you telling you how great it is, it's very, very hard to ever see yourself as being wrong. Yeah. I can only imagine, when you've accomplished so many great things, what it must feel like to have people tell you that this might not be a good idea or this might not, be this or that because you think what's best.
Yeah, because collaborators become yes men really quick.
Yeah, man. So, I'm praying for him. I hope someone's out there for him, has his best intentions in mind. But
yeah, and you can still criticize him for what he's saying because they're not right things to say.
You can criticize him, definitely. But I just want you to know, like, it's very hard to make a good, interesting new point about the man.
Right, yeah, I mean...
He had a South Park episode like 10 years ago. Yeah. He's been made fun of. He's been through the ringer 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. No new points have been made. So that's why I'm just not impressed. Like, the Trump thing is bad, and, the whole campaign thing.
It's hard to see it as a fan. I mean, it's not like you can just... you can excuse things, sure, but it's not like you can... It's not like it's easy to see someone you look up to for years be so, like, reprehensible in certain ways, in their views, I mean,
yeah, but I also don't take it to heart.
Right. I mean, that's another thing, too.
Yeah, I don't take it to heart.
I'm just saying, like, you don't have to excuse the man's behavior beyond this is like a mentally ill person who should probably get some help,
Exactly.
That's what you can do.
Heck yeah, man. So that's how I feel.
Yeah. What right now?
What?
How much have we done?
Don't worry about it, because I still got shit I want to talk about.
Oh, see if you're...
Son. Okay, you signed the contract. You're getting these episodes in.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, that's your fault. You got lawyers. But I got stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about
Go ahead.
Love Island.
Okay.
No, not really. What was I gonna say?
You said you were gonna say I have something to say.
Give me a second. I'm sobering up. Me and you should be contestants. We should audition.
Yeah. Well, I think one of us should be the disembodied voice, and one of us should be a contestant. What would be funnier? It'd be funny for me to be around all these like buff
hot
guys.
women. Oh,
No. That's not weird.
it would be funny to see you around hot women, Max.
No, that's not what I meant.
Just kidding.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
No,
But I would like to see you as a contestant too,
Why do you want to see me as a contestant?
because it'd be funny.
Why would it be? Am I a joke? Funny how? Huh?
You telling me you wouldn't go out of your way to make people's lives worse on that show for your own amusement?
I never made. What do you mean? I try to make everyone's life better.
On the show, I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I can see you just fucking with people on the show.
You think I'm kind of like an agent of chaos,
Yes, that's 100% what you would be.
like the Joker almost? Just kidding.
You could Jokerify that show.
Why do you think I'm like that, dude?
I'm not saying you are like that.
You don't think I want to find love?
I would like to see you like that on that show.
You don't think I
think
want to?
you would.
You don't think I want to find the love of my life?
You said earlier that you were so far from doing that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that I'm far from doing that because I want to be. I'm just saying, like, maybe I need to take a trip to Love Island. You know, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
We need to audition. You need to get the chutzpah to do that.
I don't think I have what it takes. Like,
Why not?
I think I ask too many questions. Everyone on that show seemed kind of glassy-eyed. You know what I'm saying?
Fluoride stare.
A little bit.
I think you could do it. I think you could fake it at least.
I don't think I lick my lips enough. I'm not light-skinned enough. I gotta go to the
I think if you wanted to, you could fake your way into that show.
I think I probably could too, but I think
should.
that would be my demise.
Why would it be your demise?
That'd be
The end of.
that would be the end of shit right there. That would end my.
What you could do is, if you're on that show,
Yeah.
you could like subliminally plug Shameless.
How so?
Like say the phrase "shameless plug" as much as possible.
That's true. That's at
You know what I'm
wow.
saying?
But now it's on record.
Brand yourself.
Now it's on record.
Who's gonna go listen back to this?
True.
Who's listening now?
But
I think we should do it. I think if you're listening and you want Xavier to be on Love Island.
I was confused because I thought the whole prize of the show was, true love.
Oh no, there's
You
money.
said there's $50,000.
There's money, yeah.
And they said you can get the $50,000 if you break up with the.
You get the full.
Yeah.
Here's the main premise.
Break it down.
You get to the finals because you felt you and the love of your life have made it, and you're given this choice. By random, it could be you, it could be your partner, but let's assume it's you. You're given the choice. Keep $50,000 for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Your partner gets nothing, zero, nothing. She has nothing to show for it for winning the competition.
Wait, okay, yeah.
That's what you're taking her money. Okay.
Do you still get to date her?
You could. It would throw a wrench in the situation.
I'm just kidding.
You could.
Could you
Get
actually?
used to it.
Or you could split it 25K, 25K.
Or you split it 25-25, therefore showing your devotion to your partner, your newfound love. And then you can build your own life together with her.
Why would you just not try to find like the person you have the most disdain for, pair up with them, and then take the money at the end? Is that psychotic?
I mean, here's the thing, Xavier. Most people, this is gonna shock you, but most people don't like being around people, and they can't fake it like that.
Most people what?
Most people don't like being around people they don't like, and they can't fake it.
Oh, you see, most people haven't been the only black kid at their school. Got you.
That's exactly what I meant.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's exactly what I meant.
I don't know, man. Everyone loves the show.
Yeah, I like it. I talked about it the first episode I was on.
I don't dislike it, but I don't get what they do.
It's not. They don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
Right.
They just go to the pool.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then they get their little like cocktail dresses on. They get their too tight jeans on, and the Yeezys, and then they talk some more.
What is the appeal of that to someone like you, Max?
The appeal is this. I don't like reality TV because I feel like it's not very real.
Mm-hmm. Hot
and
take.
This seems like it's real reality TV. It's boring.
What
Like
do you mean?
it comes from the British one. If you don't know, it was in England originally.
Yeah.
And the kind of I'd say the general characterization of the British is either kind of they're kind of nitty gritty.
Blimey.
Yeah, blimey. Yeah. So the British one, it's really them just talking, and it's like, can these people really exist in this kind of setting with such a shallow premise for their own relationship, and can they actually do it?
I feel like no one's looking at it that deep.
I am. I don't know. I like it. That's what I'm saying. You know.
I think a better idea would just a camera follows me around for the rest of my life as I try to find true love.
The X-Files.
That's literally, yeah. I'd watch it. Would you not?
I'd watch myself.
I do already watch the podcast.
I'd make a podcast.
Maybe we should turn the podcast into that. Just have different guests on, but like it's low key me trying to find my wife.
I feel like I'm trying to think of something that was similar to like, there's like a show like Why Won't You Date Me, and it's like
no shit.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's real.
Is it just?
I think so. It's a podcast.
Oh, it's a podcast?
Yeah, there's a podcast.
Wait, called Why Won't You Date Me?
And it's like the girl has people she didn't end up dating, like exes or one-time things, and she's like, "Why didn't you date me? Why don't you like me?"
It's not entertaining when
I've never listened to it. I've never wanted to, but like that, I feel like that's a thing.
Don't get me wrong. I love the premise. Yeah. I just think it'd be more entertaining if a guy asked, because I feel like there's nothing a guy can say to a girl that's gonna like sting that bad. I don't know. I feel like you can really get under a guy's skin more.
So it would be more of a sting.
I feel like it'd be more interesting if you had a guy bring on most of his exes, or not like all of his exes, and ask them why they didn't date him, instead of the other way around.
You broke up with me. You left me at the restaurant.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like I feel sad.
Every single one is that.
No, I feel more sad like listening to a girl.
Oh, it's more pitiful.
Right. If it's a guy, I'm not gonna feel bad for him.
That's fair.
I mean, I won't feel as bad. I'll still feel bad, but I won't feel as bad.
Yeah.
But
we could do that.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we?
Why won't you date Xavier?
Why can't we do it to you?
Why won't you date him?
Why can't we do it? Why it's gotta be me? Why can't we do it to you too?
Because I've had 0 exes. I have a perfect track record, 100%.
I can't wait till this shit happens, dude. When you're single, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and you have nothing left but the podcast, and you're gonna realize how good I treated you. Shit, man, that's gonna hit different.
I'm your bottom bitch. Pause.
Yeah. What?
You know what that is?
I know exactly what that is. That's why it took me by surprise. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Listeners at home, should we turn this into a...
Everyone says no.
Should we turn this into a reality show?
Unanimous no.
I'm just glad we could finally have an episode without... I mean, I appreciate all the guests. I love the guests, but we can never really get like this with guests on. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm happy we could get the crazy stuff out the way.
Yeah.
I think our next guest should, though, be my future wife.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. Just kidding.
Applications we're accepting.
Dude, what is the point of marriage in your opinion?
I don't know. The point of formally getting married?
Yeah. Like, because at this point, like...
Taxes, tax benefits.
Do you care that bad?
I don't see the point in not... If you're already in love with someone and you want to date them... Yeah. Just get some tax benefits. I don't see the harm in that.
Because then, like, if you break up, it's, like, serious.
You could have an amicable divorce. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You could. I mean,
yeah.
It's not forbidden knowledge.
Well, I'm just curious. I don't know.
What's the point of marriage?
I'm kind of just in this mood, and I'm kind of just thinking about this because I see so many people our age getting engaged now. Yeah. And like people I used to talk to and stuff, like not like in a romantic way, but just like because I was friends with them, I used to talk to them, and it's just really weird to me because we're so young.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get like the rush.
I don't get. See, the thing is that marriage is it's a social thing. Yeah. Like you are to everyone else because you already know you're in love with the person. Yeah, I would think. Right. This is my opinion, but you already know you're in love with the person. Yeah. You are married so that your kids' teachers know that just think about you a certain way. I'm not saying it's right, but like
for the stability.
Yeah. Right, and to show that you've accomplished. I mean, I don't know. I'd say there's a bit of accomplishment to it too.
Right, like you're a functioning unit.
Right, you're functioning. Yeah. So I think the social implications of getting married are important. But the utility of getting married at our age, I don't see. Do you know what I'm saying here?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't get the point of it because I feel like it's all social. It's like it's an external thing, and at our age, it's kind of not even appropriate. Not like it's not good if you're in love and want to get married, but like most kids our age aren't married. It's expected for most people to get married older. Right. So if you're not getting married for the kind of social reason, what's the point? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm asking. What is the point?
I don't know. I agree. I don't get it. If you're in love, go ahead, I guess.
Are people crazy?
Are we crazy?
Yeah, but I'm just curious because I just started having fun. I'm not even playing with you. I just started living life like 3 years ago. And so now I'm pissed because of like seeing like all these pretty girls find like, you know, their man for life.
Yeah. You were late.
What?
You were late?
I was a late bloomer indeed. But I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm just mad that like everyone else wants to like settle the fuck down now. It's like, come on.
I don't get it, shit.
Shit, I don't get it. I just been dating the same girl since I was 14, bro. I don't get it.
No, I'm not married.
I'm not married though. I'm still single. But
That's not what I mean.
it's just weird to me, dude. And it's weird because we're at the age too, and this might be offensive to some people, but like we're at the age too where like people are like claiming like the good shit. You know what I'm
Elaborate.
saying? I'm saying like if someone is someone that is of high value.
Parse your words here.
I know I'm trying to say this very like correctly in a very like non messed up way.
Offensive.
A non-offensive way. But if someone is like a high value person, like they're gonna be sought after, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's getting snatched up. I think it's quarantine. It's also cuffing.
It's probably quarantine.
It's also cuffing season.
Oh, it's also big boy season.
It's also big nigga season. Grab your coats.
It's
But
also fall.
it's also fall. But it's just weird to me, dude. Like I don't know. Like I feel like, and don't worry, there are a ton of hot singles in our area. But I just feel like there would have been more. Like as a kid, I thought there'd been more.
Yeah, the internet ad said there'd be more.
Not even just the internet, bro. It's like maybe everyone's lying to me, but I feel like everyone has a boyfriend. Just kidding.
You won't believe this, man. Every single time I've asked a girl, what's in the water? What's with these girls?
Dude, you wouldn't believe it. They all tell me they have a boyfriend, but I haven't seen any pictures or heard any stories. Or,
They all tell me to go away.
yeah, what do you think's going on here? I'm not saying that.
What's in the water? I like that.
I'm not saying that at all. I've had you know my fair share of dates and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like I feel like it's kind of weird that at this age there's like so many people that are just like cuffed and like in the crib. And I think it's also partly too because like bars and places aren't like fully open in our state yet.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like giving me that perception. It's probably not fully accurate. You know what I'm saying?
There's definitely been people I've seen getting engaged, but there's probably some quarantine effect too.
I think the quarantine thing is kind of making people like, you know, like couple up and shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all right now, stop it.
It makes me sad.
It doesn't make me sad.
Stop. If not for anyone, do it for me.
It doesn't make me sad. It just makes me like
It's depressed.
No. I'm not. It doesn't make me depressed. It just makes me like. It just weirds me out because I know I'm not trying to be cynical, but like it can't last.
Okay.
Is that? I mean, I'm not okay. You know that's cynical. I'm not trying to be cynical. I'm just saying like, it's just weird that at that young, that's like people's thing. I don't know, man.
I
You know what I also think it is too? I think it's the area we're from.
Yeah.
I think it's just that stable life is what so many people are used to.
That's why people. I mean, Trump's attacks on the suburbs or attacks in defending the suburbs are defending stability.
Yeah,
and I can see that.
See that? Yeah, and that's the thing too. I'm not even like anti stability. What?
I'm pro chaos.
Listen, I'm not anti.
I am chaos.
I'm not anti-stability. I'm not anti.
I'm pro Joker.
I'm not. No, I'm anti-suburbia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't like suburbia. Like, I'm not anti-love and all that shit. I just don't like the idea of like doing the same exact thing your parents did and copy and pasting for like generations to come.
Yeah.
To me, that's just like weird. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
But I can't. You know, I'm not knocking anyone's life. Like,
It's been 20 minutes.
Fuck it, it's your life. I mean, this is an interesting topic.
It is interesting.
We can't just talk about music, dude.
Yeah, no.
People think we're gurus. We gotta get
what?
Gurus.
Gurus.
Is that a slur now?
Oh, I didn't even think about it like that.
Can I not say guru?
I was just taken aback by the audacity of saying
comparing ourselves to
we've
gurus.
reached nirvana.
Have you not? Anyway,
Wait.
I just like.
You haven't reached nirvana yet?
Yikes! I just like to talk about life stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
I feel like we have a unique perspective on life, and we owe the people our views. Let's see.
That's what they're paying for.
That is what they're paying for. Yeah, guys, can you please subscribe to the YouTube channel? By the way, And can you please follow us on Instagram, Shameless Plug Media, and
How about this? You know what? Interact, and we will definitely interact back.
We'll always interact back.
You know,
always.
show us some music you've liked.
Yep.
Ask us for more.
Yep.
Tell us what you did like. Give us feedback.
Tell us you love us.
Tell us you love us. Compliment us. Pat us on the back, metaphorically.
Can't hurt. Hurt. I feel like I hate this because now I feel like people are gonna think I'm sad.
Well, it's just because I think it's just because you're sobering up a bit.
Well, I mean, I'm always sober, but the point is, I'm not sad at all. I just think that was the most pathetic.
No, I'm not sad.
I'm not sad, like, at all. Whoa. I've like never been sad, dude. I've never been better. I'm just curious, bro. I'm just curious. I ask too many questions.
You are very inquisitive.
I'm a very inquisitive person. You know what I'm saying?
People have said that.
Have they?
I don't know.
Is that what they're saying about me?
I don't think I've heard one person say that.
Is that what they're saying about old X these days?
Tell Uncle X what people say. Tell your uncle what people think of him.
Oh man,
damn.
But I'm in a good mood, guys. Stop laughing every time. Why are you laughing at me?
Every time.
Why are you laughing at me? I'm serious. What's so funny?
No, he's in good spirits.
I am, dude. I'm in a good mood. So like, no, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm just tired of quarantine, you know. But we got to do it. Wear your mask, all that good stuff.
Yeah, right.
And what else is popping? I feel like we're missing a couple things. Tyler Perry's a billionaire.
Oh yeah.
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 How you feel about that? He's getting an airport in his backyard.
I don't know if he needs that. I think he can just go to the regular airport.
Well,
right?
Tyler Perry can't take flights.
He can. Why can't he take him at the regular airport?
He's not a regular person. He's Tyler Perry.
I mean, okay. I mean, he gets what his own.
Stay out of black people's business.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you wanted to talk about that though.
No, I didn't.
No, the whole stay out of black people's business thing.
I didn't want to talk about it.
I thought you did want to talk about that.
No, I didn't.
The Kanye Twitter thing?
I just thought someone got called out for making fun of Kanye, and they said the rebuttal was stay out of black people's business.
I agree with you on that. Like
I think he's one of the most famous people in the world. I think you should expect criticism from all sides. I get it though. I mean, like I think he's clearly ill, and like we've said, dunking on him when he's down is missing the point a bit. But
to frame it as a race thing?
To frame it as a race thing is to me, a little bit off. But like, I'm open to new opinions.
No, that's stupid. I think the greatest thing about this place is you can like talk about anyone. And the person didn't even like, I mean America specifically, but the person didn't even like call Kanye a slur or say anything bad about him.
No, they said that something like this 45-year-old man is really asking us for his help, which like I wouldn't. It's a little harsh, I guess, but I wouldn't disagree.
But I'm just tired of everything being framed as like you're ist, you're ick, you're a phobic.
Yeah, it's all some kind of social signifier.
Yeah, there's no.
Which I don't care about, man.
No one's appealing to anyone's logic.
We say our opinions outright on the podcast.
I mean,
that's what we have this for. We don't need to like a certain music to be a certain thing, or anything like that.
What?
That's what we said earlier.
What?
Like what? What do you mean? I'm gonna do that every time you say something.
But I just think I'm kind of tired of like you can't talk about a certain person or a certain like artist because they belong to a certain group, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's really lazy.
I mean, there's nuance to every conversation, but like
people are just lazy. You can't even have a conversation anymore.
Uncle mode.
I mean, it's true though. Like people are like, "Oh, you're this, you're that." Like I'm not gonna pay attention to you. You know?
Yeah, it's more about the content of what you're saying. You're saying something about his race that is inflammatory, then you're going to get caught out. But, like...
If you're just talking about him in general...
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal.
All right, well, there you go.
But we sound
it's settled. We solved it.
We sound like old white Republican comedians.
Yeah.
Why can't I call them niggers anymore? But it's like,
I want to, but I won't. That was their precision.
Yeah, that's not your point of view. That's their point of view, right?
That's the old white comedian's point of view.
But I think the point we're trying to make is there's like a middle ground, bro. There's always a middle ground. I hate how everyone thinks they have to be like extreme on any side. There's always a middle ground, and you don't have to be direct dead in the middle. You don't have to be a centrist.
Not at all.
But you don't also have to be at the far corner of the room where no girls are at. don't need to be in the corner of the club lonely, bro. You can come join some people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to help you out, man. I invited you here. You gotta give me some effort, fuck, man.
But yes, folks, all we're saying is,
like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and just try not to be too off-putting.
You're worrying us.
Please, you're scaring the girls.
Damn.
But thank you for tuning in to another great episode. We're still trying to perfect our craft. So like we said, let us know what's up. Let us know what you like.
Respond.
We will respond. We're not doing anything else. Let us know what you don't like. You can comment. You can also follow us, like we said, social media, Instagram, Twitter. They'll all be linked down here in the bio.
Real quick. You got the what's it called? Toilet paper deal.
Oh yeah, we got a little partnership with Cottonelle going on.
On that.
I didn't bring the toilet paper here.
No.
To
But
the crib.
I'd say big things are coming.
Yeah, you can expect that. But yeah, we basically got a little partnership going on with Cottonelle. So if you do wipe your butt, which you should think about using Cottonelle. And you can learn more by following us on Instagram and clicking the link in the bio. But like we said, thank you for tuning in. He won't be here next week, but we'll figure the show out. We'll get a good one going. Don't worry, we got you. Don't forget to check out the playlist. It's always updated. This is the new fall playlist. We have a new Twitter up. It's Shameless Plug FM or Shameless Plug XM. I'm not sure. But it will also be linked in the bio. Follow it. We'll follow you back. And anything else?
I'd say outreach. Let us know what you think.
Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Thank you.
Well, say it to them.
Have a good, blessed New Year, everyone.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You have a good one. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time.